Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael or Kubera, and today we're discussing about Bitcoin being priced at $7,600. Before the Bitcoin halving or around the Bitcoin halving, do you think there's a chance that it will go to $10,000 or above? That is a huge psychological breakpoint, and today we're going to discuss exactly that alongside a few other interesting events and other altcoins that might possibly rally if Bitcoin goes up with it. So let's roll the intro and let us get into a $10,000 Bitcoin potential scenario, by the way. 10K Bitcoin price back in play, key metric hints at next super cycle. So according to several indicators on multiple time frames, as the MACD is about to cross bullish, Bitcoin price continues to grow week in and week out as another 9% has been added to its value since last Sunday. So if we go, currently it's 76.1249 with the market cap approaching $220 billion. The next opponent is Ethereum at 196.02 with the market cap at 21.6 billion and Ripple at 19.5 pennies. So pretty good over on the action side, while the Dow Jones is doing okay, 23,775.27. However, keep in mind that this isn't going to go on for long. There are 26 million Americans that have lost their jobs due to the pandemic, and 4.4 million last week applied, meaning there's still going to be more and more and more going on for the next few weeks as the situation gets worse, as the lockdown gets extended. There's going to be more jobs that are lost, and every single week there's going to be millions and millions of Americans. So this was 3 days ago. I will hedge my bet that it's over 30 million Americans, because every single week it's millions of people, and those are the ones that actually get confirmed and classified. Yes, they filed for unemployment. There we go. They got unemployment, right? But what about all the people that couldn't even get to the test center because they either got sick, they're out of transportation, they tried calling, the lines are down, the branches were closed. There's a lot of chaos going on, and there's been reported in very many states that not everybody can get unemployment. You have to try multiple days in a row before they finally get it. So it's delayed by a few days, definitely over 30 million Americans, and this will be reflected alongside the stimulus checks being sent out and PPP and that kind of being a disaster, and hundreds of billions of dollars being funneled in. Again, there's trillions of dollars in these new stimulus packages. It's going to be reflected in taxes. It's going to be reflected in inflation in the future. So there's going to be a lot of chaos going on. I think by summertime, you're going to see a more realistic Dow Jones below 20,000. I mean, it did hit 18,000. It was reduced by over a third, and Bitcoin is currently rallying. Yeah, the Bitcoin halving is in 15 days, but we have to look at the pandemic as a whole. We have to look at the unemployment. We have to look at the amount of people that are freaking out right now, the amount of businesses that are closed, and what's going to happen over the next few weeks, because this situation currently is unstable right now. With the block reward having been just over 2 weeks away and mining difficulty set to increase another 5% in a little over a week, is the bull market now upon us, or will the halving be another non-event, much like the other hyped up narratives like Bakkt, institutional money entering, or the VanEck Bitcoin ETF? Although those did help in the long run get more investors, and overall in the long term it could help with price action, they didn't help at the short term where everybody was expecting. Yeah, it was overhyped, but again, very important events. Today, we're going to look at the heat map, and this was the latest one. The top of the channel. So if you're looking into TA, on Sunday's analysis, this investor shared two possible outcomes he was looking at: the inevitable path to zero versus the slow bullish grind to 10K. So a slow grind to 10K, there's a bull trap, a continuation of pre-bull trap price action, or the inevitable path to zero. As can be seen from the daily chart above, Bitcoin is following the green path and is currently sitting at the top of the ascending channel. As such, it's reasonable to expect that should the slow and steady upward path continue, we are due for a small pullback to one of the two price levels. This channel's moving average is around $7,300, or should this fail, the support of this channel sits around $6,600. Holding either of these levels will still firmly plant $8,000 as a reasonable target to expect by this time next week. However, this ascending channel is drawn to reflect a continuation of the pre-bull trap price action. As such, there's another scenario that could be playing out, which plants $10,000 Bitcoin as a target as early as next week. So there's resistance 9,800, support 7,120, and an MA of 8,440. 74.40, and that's the bottom of the channel. In this channel, plants the current price action above $500 above the support of 71.20. This would put overhead resistance first at the moving average of 84.40 and then as high as $9,800. As such, watching both of these scenarios to see which is first invalidated could give us a clearer picture of where the Bitcoin price could close by the end of the week, and $10,000 is entirely possible should this play out. Either way, I'm leaning towards the upside as tomorrow should see the much anticipated bullish crossover on the weekly moving average, divergence, convergence, MACD indicator. The weekly MACD indicator looks set to cross bullish in a week from tomorrow. February 4th, 2019, bullish cross 400%. April 27th, 2020, bullish cross, what's next? I'm sure regular readers of my analysis are familiar with my views on the weekly MACD indicator, but I still like to recap when I mention it. The MACD line is set to cross bullishly through the signal line tomorrow. This is typically followed by a power move from the king of crypto, Bitcoin. In March 2017, when the weekly Bitcoin candle opened at $971, ushering in a bullish supercycle that saw the price top out after an impressive 2,000% rally to $20,000 in just over 9 months, the MACD then signaled the start of the great crypto winter in January 2018 with a bearish cross. On February 4th, 2019, the MACD was at it again with another bullish cross that led to another monster leg up some 400% before signaling a bear trend in August 2019. Thus, if you solely traded Bitcoin based on the weekly MACD crossing, you'd be considered a genius. Therefore, when I see a bullish cross on the table, I get excited about the next potential move for Bitcoin. Is a Bitcoin breakout imminent? Lastly, in this week's analysis, the lower time frames, such as the 1-hour chart for Bitcoin, are also signaling that a breakout is imminent. After Bitcoin's 10% leap on April 23rd, BTC to USD has spent 3 days consolidating, caused by buying demand matching the selling pressure. As this continues, it sets the stage for a breakout in the next 24 to 48 hours, particularly if the hourly candle closes above $7,700. Expect $8,000 as the next level of resistance. This opens the door to $9,800 before the end of the week. Conversely, if support fails at $7,550, the next buying opportunity should be between $7,120 and $7,300. Article written by Keith Waring, where he's got a nice profile picture wearing a nice mask. There we go, support. And top 5 cryptos to watch this week. Several altcoins are likely to rally if Bitcoin can resume its move up this week based on the heat map. And the most talked about event last week was the West Texas Intermediate crude futures for May delivery. So that was a negative $37 per barrel on April 20th, which was the first time in a long time where we saw oil go negative, oil futures. That was followed by a sharp rebound, which helped crude oil recover to $17.31. And it's not just oil prices that bases the gas prices for, whenever you need gas for your car. That's only around 57-58%, and then you got taxes and other fees and refinery costs inside of that cost. But if oil is having such a terrible week, then yes, in certain areas around the world, you will see cheaper gas prices. Several energy traders are likely to have suffered huge losses due to the roller coaster ride in oil. So Stellar Lumens rallied and closed above the overhead resistance of 0.05 on April 22nd, which completed a bullish ascending triangle pattern. This setup has a target objective of 7.5 cents. Usually when the price breaks out of a bullish setup, it tends to return and retest the breakout level. However, in some cases, the momentum is so strong that the price only consolidates for a few days and then resumes its up move. Next is Cardano. This was a past favorite of mine. I had quite a bit. This attracted buyers and the altcoin rallied to the next overhead resistance after it broke above the double top that was forming at 0.036 on April 23rd. They broke resistance at 0.043 on April 24th. After a day of consolidation on April 25th, the bulls have broken above the resistance of 0.043799998. They're expecting a rally that could be 0.052 to 0.061. Bitcoin USD, the bulls broke above the critical resistance of 74.5417. They're expecting 8,000 to 8,146.84 resistance zone. The target objective of this breakout is 83.9325. Although it could fall down to 74.3547. Alongside is Bitcoin Cash. The lone attempt to push the price above the range on April 6th turned around from $280.47 on April 8th. If the bulls can propel the price above $250, the pair is likely to pick up momentum and it can rally to $300. On the other hand, if the pair again turns down from $250, it could turn negative and go all the way down to $141.11. So their high point is $320 if everything goes well. Another one to look out for is Huobi token. It has recovered sharply from its recent lows of $1.18, and for the past few days, $4.05 has been acting as a stiff overhead resistance. It could hit $3.90, it could hit $3.80, but it could also hit $4.58. It would be a nice rally. Last thing, we did mention Huobi tokens. So I had a previous video on the Steemit, Justin Sun debacle, and Hive. So Hive got listed on Huobi and it jumped up to 600%. So Justin Sun probably wasn't too happy. That was after the Steemit revolution, a hard fork of Steem. Hive is now the 31st largest crypto asset with a market cap of $285 million and is trading for 80 cents as of this writing. So that's that. My name is Michael or Kubera, and we shall see you guys in tomorrow's video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share, and stay safe. Have a good night.